Wojnarowski reports that he is on his way to the Milwaukee Bucks. This is what Damian Lillard is bringing.
2 months, good finds, and sharp. Henderson, stutter step. Grant in traffic. Time away.
Welcome back to NBA 2K25, and today I'm rebuilding the Portland Trailblazers. Let's go. The Portland Trailblazers are definitely an interesting team. You have Deandre Ayton, who, the first overall pick in 2018 to Phoenix, had some decent years, but honestly, the way he wanted to play basketball, and then the Phoenix Suns having Devin Booker, then Chris Paul, and then even Kevin Durant for a short amount of time with DeAndre Ayton on the team, it just didn't really work out. He's a guy that, in his head, to be the most effective, needs the ball in the block, needs to do his moves, needs to get the shot out. Again, when you have Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges was there for a while, then Kevin Durant, it just didn't make sense. So he goes to Portland, has statistically a decent season, but on the court wasn't quite as great as you would kind of hope from him. Jeremy Grant's a guy that is a really, really good plug-and-play role player. He really had his breakout season in 2020, 2021 with Detroit. Got a big contract. Damian Lillard was like, yeah, I might stay. They paid Jeremy Grant, and Damian Lillard's like, yeah, I want out. So, shout out my guy, Damian Lillard, for getting Jeremy Grant a bag. But I think in real life, he does not finish the year with this team. I think a contender could really, really use a guy like him. He's a Swiss Army knife, man. Play the 3, the 4, a good defender, can shoot the ball. He can just really do a lot. Anthony Simons is a guy that has been with this team for quite a long time, really had his breakout a couple years ago, but unfortunately has a hard time staying on the court. 20, 70, 64, 57, 62, and 46 isn't awful, but again, as a guy that you're hoping would be your franchise player, he's just not quite on the floor enough, and I do think with the additions of a couple younger guys, he might be the odd man out with this backcourt rotation. Deni Avdija, a crazy trade out of nowhere, gets traded from Washington for, Malcolm Brogdon and a couple picks or something like that. He had his breakout last year in Washington, almost 15.7 rebounds, 4 assists, shot the ball pretty well for himself, and then Washington was like, we'd rather take a swing on some rookies instead of paying a guy like Deni Avdija. It is what it is. He's only 23 years old, man. He's on a 4-year, $55 million contract. I think it's a crazy, crazy steal for the Trailblazers. They move off of an aging point guard like Malcolm Brogdon. They do lose a pick, sure, but they get a guy that's 23 years old, can build with this core. Robert Williams, he's been a good center in the past couple years in Boston. His problem is he just cannot stay on the court. 32 games, 29, 52, 61, 35, and then 6. He just, unfortunately, he's always hurt, man. He is always hurt, and that's really kept him from being a staple starting center. Shaedon Sharpe, another guy, a really, really young guy who doesn't have a lot of tape on him, but when we see him, he looks pretty good. But again, he played 80 games. He played 32 last year, and he's already out, I think, with a torn labrum, something with his arm or his shoulder, something like that. I think he's already injured to start this season. A guy that can do a lot of stuff on the court, but unfortunately just has a hard time staying on the court. Scoot Henderson, a 3rd overall pick from last year, had, you look at these stats, you're like, the shooting splits are, but it was not as good as this looks. He was really, really bad to start the year. He got better as the year went on. He had some moments, but he didn't look great. Again, though, rookie point guard, a lot of the times they take a long time to develop. We kind of got spoiled with guys like Trae Young, John Morant, Luka, these guys that came in and right away were fantastic. A lot of times point guards take a couple years to fully develop, so I'm going to give him that grace. And then you get down here, not a lot of Bam, Matisse Thybulle. It's just not a lot going on. Jabari Walker's an interesting prospect. Donovan Clingan, though, they take him with his 7th overall pick, and it's a little bit of a weird one because you do have DeAndre Ayton, you do have Robert Williams, but then you think about Robert Williams' injury history, and you're like, there's a good chance Donovan Clingan's going to get some run his rookie year. The only thing is, though, I don't know how much, again, because you are kind of banking on what Robert Williams' health is going to be, and if DeAndre Ayton finishes the season with the team. But if he does, if DeAndre Ayton stays and Robert Williams is pretty healthy, Donovan Clingan's going to have kind of a I don't want to say wasted, but a pretty underwhelming rookie year for the 7th overall pick. Chris Murray, brother of Keegan Murray, not quite as good as his brother. Might find a role in this team. I'm not really sure. Then we have some guys down here. It's definitely an interesting team. They want to run a lineup of Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Deni Avdija. Robert Williams is not running my power forward. It's going to be Jeremy Grant running the power forward with a backup 3 position. Again, I don't think he's going to finish the year on this team, but for at least right now, until probably the trade deadline, he's going to be our 4. So Henderson, Sharpe, Avdija, Jeremy Grant, and DeAndre Ayton, not Robert Williams. They really want Robert Williams to start. That's going to be our starting lineup. I'm fine with that. Off the bench, Anthony Simons, Robert Williams. And then this is where it gets weird. I would like Donovan Clingan to play, but with Robert Williams, it's not going to happen. So I think I'm going to go over here, 2 centers, and send Donovan Clingan down to the Rip City Remix or whatever their G League team is going to be. So that gets him out of there. Do-Up Reef, not really worried about him playing. Delano Banton, also a guy, he's 24 years old. He could progress into like a high 70 overall. Maybe for that reason, as like a 2 guard, I leave him in the rotation. But again, a guy like Chris Murray, I would like to get minutes. And then that's kind of it. Like Delano Banton, Chris Murray, we're going to put up. Then Jabari Walker. I think that's a decent. I think that's a decent rotation. Robert Williams is not getting 22 minutes. We're going to put him at 22, 26 there, 29, 28, 28, 29, 30. We'll do 30 to the backcourt. This is a weird team. They're in a weird place. They're definitely in a weird place. Let's see game 1 against the Golden State Warriors. We lose by 8. Anthony Simons 18, 3, and 5. Only 8 shots. 8 free throw attempts, I guess. Delano Banton 16, 2, and 4. Really, really big game in 18 minutes. Scoot Henderson 14, 3, and 5. 5 for 16 shooting. Not great. Deni Avdija 14, 11, and 4. He actually had a pretty damn good game. Robert Williams 13, 7. Jeremy Grant 10 points on 4 for 15 shooting. You don't love that. And then Shaedon Sharpe 8, 3, and 2 with 4 fouls. Kind of a bum start to the season. We do win game 2, though. Anthony Simons goes off for 24. Shaedon Sharpe 17, 6, and 2. A much, much better game. Deni Avdija fouls out. This is the team I'm going to rock with to the trade deadline, and then we'll probably make some moves there. At the trade deadline, we are 24 and 27. We're out of the playoff picture, which is honestly kind of what I want. Look at the standings here. We are the 10th seed. We're actually in the play-in right now. A little bit better. The Spurs, Jazz, Suns, Rockets, and Warriors are all worse than us. That's okay. That's interesting. I mean, that puts us, like you said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams under that. And then we have, what are we at win-wise? We are at 24. Oh, so, yeah, we're projected like maybe a top 10 pick. And we need a better pick than that. I think it starts with getting Jeremy Grant off the team. I'm assuming, actually, I should have looked at his stats before I did that. What am I doing? 17.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He's having a decent season. I think a contender could definitely use him. The Bucks, the Bulls, no. The Clippers, interesting. I'm trying to think. The Hawks, maybe. They have Cam Johnson, DeAndre Hunter. The Jazz, no. I mean, let's see here. Let's actually go to scouting, team intel. We are selling. Who's a team that is buying? The 76ers make sense, but they don't have money. They don't have money, but the 76ers might be a decent trade spot for him, actually. Oh god, this is going to be rough. This is actually going to be pretty tough. We have Jeremy Grant, $29 million. It's a lot of freaking money, man. It's a lot of money. And they have it all wrapped up in like 3 players. $18 million. Yeah, they have it all wrapped up in those 3. So that's kind of a dead idea. Let's go look for some more teams. We have we saw it 76ers. The Bucks are negative 52. We need a team that's not desperately in cap hell. And buying for the Grizzlies, Jeremy Grant might be decent. They have Chris Paul on the team already. Jeremy Grant might be a pretty damn good piece. They're the 5th seed. They have, it's probably going to be the Grizzlies, right? They don't have enough money. The Mavericks do not have enough money. They have Tobias Harris on the team. Okay. The Nuggets, also, that he doesn't really fit with what the team is going on right now. The Pelicans, they have Zion and Brandon Ingram. There's just not a lot of stuff going on. And the Suns are negative 76. There's just not a chance in the world. So everybody pretty much is everybody's in horrible cap hell. And I think the Grizzlies are the spot I'm going to try to trade Jeremy Grant to. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all, actually. Grizzlies have it all wrapped up in John Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, $14 million off of Brandon Clark. We have, do I take Marcus Smart, though? Do I take Marcus Smart? And then we need to give you our cheapest player, who is going to be, we'll give you this guy, Jeremy Grant, and this guy for Brandon Clark, Marcus Smart, and then can I get a Grizzlies pick? They don't want to do that. They want to do a swap and give me Luke Kennard for Duop Reith. Sure, it's not great, but I did just give them, I kind of did somewhat of a realistic trade. Let's go back to the Grizzlies here and see. They're gonna end up having, instead of Santi Aldama start, it's going to be Jeremy Grant. I think as the 5 seed, that makes them better. I really do. I'm actually pretty happy with that trade. So they want, no, Marcus Smart is not going to start. Marcus Smart isn't even going to be on the team, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not as worried about getting this, like, Marcus Smart on a contending team, because we're just going to re-put these guys back into the trade finder. I just want to get Jeremy Grant on a good team. After that, I'm not really too worried about it. What can I get? Jalen Johnson is very interesting. And a first-round pick, Jalen Johnson might be a guy I want to bring in. And, I mean, I think it is. I think it's definitely going to be Jalen Johnson. He's a young player. He's what? He's 23 years old. Give up a 2028 first-round pick. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, Deni Avdija, Jalen Johnson is now here. DeAndre Ayton, Shaedon Sharpe off the bench, Robert Williams off the bench. We actually have a decent 8-man rotation right now, and a 9-man rotation with Brandon Clark. Hold on. We might have something cooking for the rest of this season. But I do think Robert Williams is a guy that I do want to move on from. We have Brandon Clark now, it's a 3-year deal, but it's slightly, that's actually making a little bit more money. I don't know if Brandon Clark's going to be here long term, but I want to move on from Robert Williams just for the idea of having a guy like Donovan Clingan play. Can I get a first-round pick, maybe? 2029 first-round pick from the Celtics. And I'm not seeing any more. A first-round pick for Robert Williams could be really cool, but I also wouldn't mind salary dumping him, honestly. That wouldn't be that bad of an idea. And I saw a salary dump back here a little bit. It was a trade exception, I think. And that, hold on. Dante Exum in a second. They already have 2 centers over there, though. I don't want to do that. He's messy. Bring in a young center. He's not going to play much, but the Pelicans get another center on their team who probably damn near might start for them. So that's pretty cool. Shaedon Sharpe, DeAndre Hunter, Brandon Clark, and Delano Banton off the bench. DeAndre Hunter's got to go. DeAndre Hunter just doesn't fit. I want Jabari Walker to play, and with DeAndre Hunter on the team, he's just not going to get any run there. So we're going to go ahead and see. DeAndre Hunter's got to have some decent trade value. I don't really know Jeremy Grant in a first-round pick. Again, if I can get a first-round pick for him, Lauri Markkanen in a first is an insane trade. Like, it feels almost too good to be true. A first-round pick from the Pistons. I might do the Timberwolves. Oh, I don't want to give him a first-round pick of our own. Let's do Duncan Robinson and a first-round pick. We're trading up. We're just trading picks. We're trying to get more picks to do something crazy down the line. Duncan Robinson's $19 million. I don't want you playing at all. I'll dump you off for nothing, really. I just want to get you off my team right now. And nothing here. Okay, nothing there really stood out. I mean, we have Simon Fontecchio and a second-round pick. We'll go ahead and do that, sure. I think we just sent him right back to Detroit. Henderson, Simons, Deni Avdija, Jalen Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, Shaedon Sharpe, Brandon Clark, Delano Banton, and it's going to be Jabari Walker is going to be our lineup to finish the year. Did we get a lot better? I don't really know, but I think we have some more pieces. Brandon Clark's decent. I love the Jalen Johnson addition. I think that makes us way better long term. So first game after that, I also don't want to be great, so that's part of the reason too. First game after that, we do beat the Kings by 6. Deni Avdija 22, 5, and 6. Jalen Johnson 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block in his debut game. You got to love to see that. Let's go to the end of the season. Luka Doncic with the MVP award. Zach, it's going to be the same thing every single time, man. We aren't going to have anybody on any of these teams. Trailblazers, it's not going to happen. Rookie teams, there's no rookie team. Okay, and we did not make the playoffs, thank God. I want to be in the lottery. We needed shot at some of the best players in this draft. Timberwolves, 76ers finals. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. As the Timberwolves win in 5, beat the 76ers. LeBron, not quite yet, my guy. Russell Westbrook, not quite yet, my guy. Let's go to the draft lottery. Let's see where we are projected. I saw this decently. Oh, Bulls via Portland, but I think, if I remember correctly, it is lottery protected. We also have the Trailblazers via Memphis at 10, so we're potentially the 8th and the 10th overall pick, and that is going to end up being the 9th pick and the 11th pick. Okay, that's decent. Nothing too crazy. I might be able to use that to move up for something better. Let's see. Trades. Proposed trade, the 9th pick. We have the 11th pick. And then let's try to get a top 10 pick, honestly, if we can. 14. No. We have 9. We have 11. There's 5. Can I do that? Can I do... Okay, so there's 9 for 5. And then I'll also give you... Is this a spot where I can give you Fontecchio? And is like, okay, no. What about, I can give you one more player. Because I don't really want to give up. You Missy might have some decent value. And they agreed to that trade. We're not done. We are not done. We have 5. We have 11. Let's get the number 1 overall pick. Because you guys know who I want. I didn't even see who had the first overall pick. So it's going to be the Spurs. Listen. We're going to give you 2 lottery picks. And then we're going to give you... where does this go? Brandon Clark. That's... Yeah, I understand that. That's no problem. Brandon Clark's there. Crew. We don't really have a lot of players to trade. Deandre Ayton. Do I do Deandre Ayton and the 5th pick for number 1? DeAndre Ayton and the 5th pick got me pick number 1. What can I get for pick 11? Can I get any decent player? Vucevic, Max Strus, Peyton Pritchard, Marcus Smart. Nothing I'm loving right now. Claxton? Nicholas Claxton, welcome to Portland, baby. And we have the first overall pick, and we're taking Cooper Flagg. We walk out of the draft with Cooper Flagg and Nicholas Claxton. I think that was a phenomenal draft for us. 80 overall. I mean, I'm so happy. I don't care about Xavier Booker, unfortunately. Oh no, I just want to not give him a contract. I don't know what that was. Team player options. We're gonna bring back everybody. Matisse Thybulle accepted. Your ass is gonna get traded. I'm not gonna lie to you in the slightest. We're gonna have to pay Jalen Johnson, which is something I didn't really think about. But we have Scoot Henderson, Avery Simon, Shaden Sharp, Deni Avdija, Cooper Flagg. We have Nicholas Claxton. Brandon Clark is here, and then Donovan Clingan. I think this is a spot where Brandon Clark is moved on from. And we have Matisse Thybulle's $11 million as well. So that's $23-ish million there. Isaiah Joe. I'm not bringing back Jeremy Grant. Isaiah Joe is a Keon Ellis. We don't really need guards, though. OG Anunoby. We need kind of 4s. PJ Washington's decent. Not really what I'm looking for. DeAndre Hunter. A couple more first-round picks there. Nothing here is... Do I just get, like... John Collins in a first-round pick might be something I could use to kind of... $26 million, plus lottery protected from the Pistons and the Warriors. I think that can give me something pretty good at the 4 spot. Because I think that's really what we're missing right now. And maybe not. We can Keegan Murray, bring his brother in, but I'm not going to do that. This is not as good as I thought it would be, if I'm being real with you. Yeah, we did not. Chris Middleton, I just don't think he's going to have that value. Drew Holiday and 3 first-round picks. I can't do that. I can do John Collins and 1 first. How about John Collins and a couple seconds? I can't give you 3 first-round picks for Drew Holiday. I just can't do that. No way. Okay, John Collins and 2 first-round picks? Obviously, Drew Holiday's not staying on the team. And if this second round pick doesn't work, I'm not giving up another first round pick. We're not going to do that. Okay. We're going to go back into this trade finder. We're going to grab John Collins here. And yeah, we're just going to grab John Collins here. We're going to see what we can get. And again, I just need a kind of a 4. Marcus Smart in a first round pick, I think, gives me a little bit better value. I think. So that's, where's Marcus Smart? Marcus Smart, lottery protected Pistons and Warriors. We also have a Hawks pick in 2028. Kobe White, Peyton Pritchard, John Collins is there. Miles Bridges, no. Mitch Robinson, Austin Reeves, Rui. Okay. It hasn't gotten any better. Trey Murphy and Robert Williams. I really want Trey Murphy on this team. Robert Williams, I don't even pack your bags, my brother. You are not coming to the team. I just backed that the whole way. You're not on the team, man. You're still out of here. Donovan Clingan is going to take that spot. And that's a first round pick with Pat Connaughton. I'm just going to go ahead and take that. So what does our team look like right now? Scoot Henderson, we need a backup point guard. Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe. They could, I guess, technically run that pretty decently. Trey, do I want Deni? Who do I want going down to the 4? Deni drops by 1. Trey Murphy also drops by 1. Then Cooper Flagg stays the same. I think Cooper Flagg is going to be our starting 4. I know defensively might not be quite as good with that, but I think that makes our team look a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think right now I'm just looking for a backup point guard. And Fred VanVleet, Chris Paul is going to regress so heavily. Malcolm Brogdon, my guy, do you want to come back? Devon, you guys can all. Jalen Johnson, yes. I cannot let him go. I completely forgot about Jalen Johnson. We traded for him, and I was about to let him walk. He's going to get a contract offer from the Spurs. I'm going to go ahead and match that. So Jalen Johnson is back on the team. I can't believe I almost forgot. I mean, we do have Anthony Simons, who's a backup point guard. So we have our point guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have our 9-man rotation. Let me just go ahead and fill out the rest of the team. Player progression for year 2. See Shaedon Sharpe go by 6 points to an 85 overall. Scoot Henderson by 5 to an 83. 1 for Simons, unfortunately. 2 for Deni Avdija to an 82. Nick Claxton goes up 1. Jalen Johnson only goes up 2. Trey Murphy drops by 1. That's a bummer. Donovan Clingan goes up 5 to a 78. Chris Murray to a 77. We have a competent 9 to 10 man rotation for this season. Now, I still don't think we're a playoff team by any means, but we're going to be making some cooking moves. So, LeBron's going to retire. Shout out LeBron. Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Deni Avdija, Cooper Flagg, Nick Claxton with Jalen Johnson, Anthony Simons, Trey Murphy, and Donovan Clingan off the bench. That's actually a really, really solid rotation. I feel pretty good about that. Again, this might be a play-in team. It's the Western Conference, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But this could very much be a play-in team. Let's look at Tennessee just because. Shot Tennessee for Shaedon Sharpe. We're going to put that up to about an 80. Scoot Henderson, 84. Anthony Simons to a 90. Deni Avdija, 65. Nick Claxton, a 50. Jalen Johnson, a 65. Cooper Flagg, 90. We need you taking shots, my guy. 60 for Trey Murphy. And I think I'm going to run it there. Game 1 against the season, we have the New Orleans Pelicans on October 24th. We lose. We give up 143 points. Scoot Henderson, though, 38, 6, 3, and 1. Shaedon Sharpe, 30 points. Cooper Flagg, 16, 8, 2, 2, and 1. 6 turnovers is, it's kind of a lot. Every time it fouls out. Okay. Game 2, the Atlanta Hawks. We win by 11. Trae Young gives us 37, but Shaedon Sharpe, 31. 26 from Anthony Simons. Cooper Flagg, 20, 12, 4. I think we're going to be pretty good this year. Like I said, I think we're going to be fighting for the play-in. Maybe the playoffs. We'll see how it goes. At the trade deadline, we were 31-18, which puts us at the 7 seed. The West is pretty nuts right now. Shaedon Sharpe, 21, 5, and 3, shooting pretty decently. Scoot Henderson, 22, 4.5, about almost 6 assists, shooting much better. He's having a pretty good year, I'd say. Anthony Simons, 17 and 3 assists, shooting pretty well himself. Deni Avdija, 12, 5.5, 4.5. Jalen Johnson, 11, 7 and 3. I'll take that. Nick Claxton, about 8 and 8. Not great, but it is what it is. Cooper Flagg, 18.5, 9, 3.5. Not shooting well from 3, but I'm not too worried about that. Trey Murphy, shooting 43% from 3. Donovan Clingan, 4 and 4. Shooting okay, not from the free throw line at all. I don't think there's much I want to trade. I don't think there's much at all I want to trade. Pat Connaughton's $9 million, but there's nothing I want to, like, replace right now. We're not paying a lot of guys a lot of money, so I don't think this is an issue. At all, I don't think it's an issue. I'm going to keep the team running as it is. And again, I think we're the 7th seed right now. I think we stay something similar to that. We beat the Kings game 1. Shane Sharp, 24. Jalen Johnson. Dinwiddie came in 1 minute and made 4 free throws. That's my GOAT, man. Okay. Shout out Spencer Dinwiddie, I guess. Luka, another MVP. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year, 19 points, almost 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Almost about 50, 30, 84 club. Amin Thompson, Vic, Alex Starr, Steph Curry, blah, blah, blah. Trailblazers, we have nobody on the first team, nobody on the second team, nobody on the third team. Defensive teams, we have nobody. Rookie teams, obviously Cooper Flag is going to be number 1, and we are the 5 seed. We moved in from the 7th seed, the play-in, to full out in the playoffs. We have Dallas in the first round. It is Luka, Kyrie, Klay Thompson, DeAndre Hunter, and Derek Lively. A pretty solid team. Game 1, we do win by 7. Luka goes off for 41, but Deni Avdija, our playoff saver, Anthony Simons couldn't shoot the ball at all. Cooper Flag, 18, 9, and 3 in his playoff debut. Game 2, we got our ass kicked. Yeah, Scoot Henderson, not the best showing from you. Game 3, we're down 2-1. I can't say I'm surprised. I really can't say I'm surprised with what's happening right now. We're going to redo the rotation here. We're going to get Cooper Flag out there for 39. Shane Sharp out there for 40 minutes. And Donovan Clingan, you lost your job, buddy. Okay, we're down 3-1. We're down 3-1. I'm just going to assume we're going to lose in 5. We lose in 5. Not too upset about it. I kind of expected it. Shane Sharp did not play well in his playoff debut. Deni Avdija played decently. Anthony Simons, not great. Cooper Flag, a little bit not great. The team just didn't play that well in the playoffs. That's really all it is to it. We'll go through the playoffs here. We have the Timberwolves and Cavaliers in the finals, and the Timberwolves win your finals. Anthony Edwards, your finals MVP. That's actually the second time they've won in this playoff or this rebuild. So they're kind of cooking. I don't think we have anything in this. Trailblazers, Bulls have our pick at 26. So I'm not really worried about that. This is year 3 of the rebuild. So we're gonna try to make some crazy. I don't know why I didn't even mean to go with this. I don't know, man. I'm a little all messed up right now. Team player options. Donovan Clingan, Chris Murray, Scoot Henderson, you guys are all coming back. Qualifying offer, Shane Sharp, we have to pay you. Moratorium period. We have 1, no shooting guards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So honestly, we just need Anthony Simons and Shane Sharp back, right? Anthony Simons, man, I don't know. Do I even want him back? He's just not getting better. I think I just get Shane Sharp back and then maybe try to find something. Do I try to find something better? Maybe I trade. Maybe I trade for it. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him a contract. And Shane Sharp is getting an offer. We're going to go ahead and match that. So Shane Sharp and Anthony Simons are going to be back on the team. Again, Anthony Simons might be the guy that just has to go because he's 27. He's an 82, 83. He's probably not going to get any better at this point in time. Maybe 1 or 2 overalls. And Shane Sharp has just completely jumped in to be really our best player on our team right now. So I think I'm going to fill out the team with some players, and I'm probably going to make some moves to start this season. Player progression for year 3 sees Cooper Flag go up 7 overalls to an 87. Scoot Henderson goes up 3 to an 86. Shane Sharp only goes up 1 to an 86. Deni Avdija goes up 1. Claxton 1. Jalen Johnson 1. Anthony Simons does not touch at all. Donovan Clingan goes up 3. Trey Murphy also does not move. That's kind of frustrating, but Trey Murphy being our 8th, 9th man in rotation, I think it's pretty damn good. I'm going to say that's pretty damn good. Cooper Flag, man, 80 to an 87 after 1 year. He's balling. He's absolutely going to be a superstar in this league. But I do think trades need to be made. And our starting lineup is pretty decent. Maybe I bring in a 3. Maybe I bring in a starting center, have Claxton get moved to the bench, possibly. Or Clingan to the... We'll figure that out. Let's get back to our 9-man rotation so we can kind of see what it actually looks like. Pretty much the same thing as last year. We're going to make some trades. And I think Claxton's making $23 million. I think I have to package that with a swap, and then in the Hawks 2028 first round pick. And that's got to give me something, right? I just want, if I can get a mid to high 80s center, I think we're going to be a pretty solid team. Jimmy Butler, Derek White, Zubac. Okay. Nothing right away. Jalen Duren's an 85. And we get Ron Holland, who I don't really care to have on a team, but I think I'm going to do that pick, or that deal. We're going to get Jalen Duren, who goes from, we have an 83 now to an 85, is making less money, so that might be a bit of an issue. We also have the Trailblazers in that, and I also want to put Ron Holland back in that, so that gives us over $20 million again. And Josh Giddey, Evan Mobley, Jalen Brunson. I need to trade for Jalen Brunson because I think we can get a superstar center with Jalen Brunson. Are we kidding me? I mean, that's dope, but I want Shaedon Sharpe or like Scoot Henderson to be the guy for the team. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the Trailblazers 2030, Tyrese Maxey, John Morant, and Jaren. That's crazy. I don't even know how we ended up with a guy like Jalen Brunson, but we got no centers. Not one. I got to build a trade. I cannot have Jalen Brunson on the trade market and not get at least 190. Joel Embiid. The Trailblazers would require $12 million. We don't really have that. We don't really have that. Do I want to give up Deni Avdija? That might be a really easy decision for some of you. We need shoot. Some of you are probably like, yeah, bro, yes, give him up. But I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of want to look for a better center. Not a better, but maybe similar overall, but cheaper. Bam is here. Bam is interesting. Bam might be the guy. I think Bam's going to be the guy. I think we can get Bam Adebayo. That's only $3 million. I can deal with that so much better. I can give you Chris Murray and not be upset about it. We have Bam Adebayo on the team. Now, I would be a fool to not at least put that back into the trade finder. It's a lower overall, but sometimes he might just have better value. It can be kind of weird sometimes. Probably not, though. Yeah, it's probably going to be Bam. Bam is probably going to be our guy. And I'm not upset about that. I'm actually really a big fan of that. Bam Adebayo brings a lot of defense to this team. We still have a bench of Jalen Johnson, Anthony Simons, Donovan Clingan, Trey Murphy. Anthony Simons is a guy. Do I want to move on from Anthony Simons? Do I? It's like Anthony Simons or it's Deni Avdija. Anthony Simons is only making $7 million a year. It's Deni and Trey Jones and a first. Does that give me a better 3? Because statistically, he just doesn't do great in this game. Josh Giddey, maybe. Jaime, what's he? Not great. But then I could just reflip him. You guys know how it gets sometimes with this third year of the rebuild. Alex Sarr. I think I'm going to do Jaime and Bryce Sensabaugh. And then I'm going to reflip them. Let's see here. Only $5 million. Oh, that's rough. That's actually really, really rough. We don't really have money now for a trade. We're only paying one guy, though. We're really only paying Bam. And, Jaime, I guess, could be our starting 3. But, yeah, I didn't realize how little bit of money he's making. A Sarr and a first, 100%. Listen. We're doing what we got to do. A Sarr and a 2028 Hawks first-round pick. Reflip it again. Get assets and flip them, man. If you know, you know. If you watch this videos, you know. We might be able to get something better. I'm not upset with Asar. Bringing in Asar Thompson and Bam Adebayo makes our defense so much better. But there's Brandon Miller. And I feel like it's going to take everything in my body to not say yes to that trade. And nothing else is coming close to that. We are bringing in Brandon Miller. We're pretty much swapping first-round picks. I don't really care. Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Brandon Miller, Cooper Flagg, Bam Adebayo, Jalen Johnson, Anthony Simons, Donovan Clingan, Trey Murphy III is going to be our lineup. I got to sign a couple guys out of free agency so we have a full rotation. And it's going to be JT Thor. He had one of the best jump shots in the game. If you know, you know. And then it's going to be Jackson Robinson. Shout out my guy, Jackson Robinson. And then that's going to complete our rotation for the start of year 3. We might see what's going on at the trade deadline, but I think we're going to be pretty damn good. Game 1 of the season, the Magic, we win by 2 points. Okay. Shaedon Sharpe for 20 from Cooper Flagg. Brandon Miller, 14. Scoot Henderson had 5 fouls. Bam Adebayo fouled out. We won, but it's not the best game won. We win by, okay. We put up 142. 34 from Simons, 22 from Scoot Henderson, 21 from Brandon Miller. We shut them down. Oh, Luka's not there. Luka's gone. Okay, let's go to the trade deadline. Trade deadline, we were 36 and 18, pretty similar to where we were last year, but we're now the 3 seed. The Warriors are back on top. You don't love that. Bam Adebayo, though, okay. Not what I'm wanting for my $50 million guy, but Brandon Miller, 18.5. There's just a lot of mouths to feed, so it makes sense. Cooper Flag's stats also take a bit of a step back. His shooting does too. Okay. Donovan Clingan is not happy. I mean, we're winning. We're winning. So I'm not going to change anything, even though that is kind of annoying. Our $50 million guy is not playing well. I mean, 17-12, that's a good game. I'm just going to rock with it to the end of the season. I think this team is very, very capable of making the finals. So we'll see. I see why the Warriors are so good, huh? Luka Doncic, MVP on Golden State Warriors. Theo Harrison, Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson, 6th Player of the Year. Vic, Hugo Gonzalez, Giannis, Steve Kerr, and that guy. Trailblazers, we have nobody on the first team, nobody on the second team, nobody on the third team. Shout it out. Defensive teams, we have nobody. Rookie teams, we're not going to have anybody. We have no awards. We're the 6th seed? What? Oh, we had a rough second half of that year. Oh, no. OKC in the first round. Okay. We have to make a run. Shea, Ian Jackson, Miles Bridges, Jalen Williams, Chet. What the hell happened to this team? Okay. Game 1, we win by 4. We get, 27 from Chet, 29 from Cooper Flag. He's ready. Last year, he had his playoff debut. It was a little rough. He is back in full form. Decently, I guess. Game 3, we're up 3-0. Let's sweep OKC. No, let's win in 5. No, let's win in 6. Boys. I should have did this last game. Okay. Donovan Clingan, you're very upset, so you're not going to get run. I went to Simcast Live, man. This game is freaking stupid. I don't want to do this. Jump in. Hello, let's jump back out here. Simcast.
Here we go.
Hold on, you guys are going to watch me do a tip-off.
And it'll be
I want to
the
tip.
Trailblazers off.
There we go. Okay, I want to tip. Let's go back into Simcast there. It's the first time you guys have seen that. Now we're down to 5-minute quarters, which is frustrating. And we're going to lose. We're going to lose. Oh my God. We lost in the first round. Okay, Spurs and Magic. The Spurs win in 4. Interesting. That's very interesting. This team was I thought they were better than that. I did think they were better than that. I kind of want to do another year. I kind of want to do another year. We have lost a lot of people. But Brandon Miller, we're going to be able to match. Scoot Henderson, we're going to be able to also match his contract. I guess, man. That's a rough one. Brandon Miller, they did the stupid thing where it's going to match the 1 year. Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller are going to be back. So I think I might just run this team back one more year. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have our 9. This is going to be a quick year. You guys, you're not going to see as much from me this season because I don't want it to take super, super long and this be a really, really long rebuild. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of fill out this team. We'll jump into player progression, and then I'll see you guys to start the year. Player progression for a special 4th year sees Brandon Miller hit a 90, Scoot Henderson hit a 90, Cooper Flag hit 89, 89 for Shane Sharp, Bam Adebayo. This team is looking really, really, really good. I'm not going to change anything. We're just going to jump into this season. We're going to simulate. We're going to get to the finals, and we're going to win. We know how this is going to go. Let's look at the rotation just to kind of see how it looks like in full flesh here. Scoot, Sharp, Brandon Miller, Cooper Flag, Bam Adebayo, Jalen Johnson, Clingan, Simons, Trey Murphy. Why are we in 11-man? I want a 9-man rotation. Boom. We'll do that. This is a team that should win a championship. If it doesn't, I'm going to be pretty upset. So we'll check it at the trade deadline. But other than that, not much. Trade deadline, 36-17. We're the 2 seed behind the Warriors again. Last time it went really, really poorly for us at this point in time. Donovan Clingan is just not happy, bro. And I don't really give a shit. Brandon Miller, everybody's stats are just not great because there's so many of us. It's fine. We're the 2 seed. We fell from the 3 seed to the 6 seed last year in the second half of the season. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Luka, stupid, another MVP. Nothing here I really care about. We'll see if we have anybody on one of these teams. We do not. Defensive teams, we do not. Whatever. We dropped. Okay, we're the 2 seed. We're the 2 seed taking on Sacramento in the first round. We didn't drop. They have De'Aaron Fox, Carter Knox, J.D. Peterson, Deron Holmes, DeMontis Sabonis. Got some cool players, but honestly, we should dominate these guys. We win in 5. We finally made it to the second round. Now we have Lonzo, Stephon Castle, Igor Demon, Jalen Williams, and Victor Wembanyama with the San Antonio Spurs. This is going to be tough. We win game 1. Game 2, we win. Come on, we're up 2-0. 2-1 us. Let's make it 3-1 us. Let's win in 5. Let's move on. We win in 5. Brandon Miller with 18 in the closeout game. We have Golden State and Luka Doncic. Luka, AirPods, Michael Porter Jr., Jonathan Kuminga, and DeAndre Ayton is there. DeAndre Ayton Revenge Series in the conference finals is a crazy, crazy setup. And he sucked. He sucked game 1, but they won, and they're up 2-0. Okay. If we lose in the conference finals, I'm calling this video where it is. I gave you guys an extra season. It's going to be what it is. You know what I mean? Donovan Clingan is just so mad. I'm getting so annoyed with it. We win game 3. Cooper Flag with 31 and 15. Game 4, no, we're down 2-1. We are down 3-1 in Golden State. Golden State has a history of being up 3-1 and it not going well for them. We don't have LeBron James, but we have Cooper Flag, which is basically the same thing. We're down by 8, 9, 11. We lose by 5. Cooper Flag, 33, 7, 11. Shane Sharp with a free throw merchant. We lose in 5. And the Warriors with Luka Doncic win the finals. I give you guys an extra season. We still lost. I could not rebuild the Trailblazers. This is probably one of my more unrealistic ones too. But we have Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, Donovan Clingan, Anthony Simons. We have 4 out of the 9 guys that are still from the team. Not my best rebuild. Brandon Miller, though, I thought it was a good trade. Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp hitting 90. We draft Cooper Flag. We bring in Bam Adebayo, Jalen. I think we have a good game, a good team. It's a bummer. It's definitely a bummer we lost. But hey, that's how it goes sometime. Please go check out the podcast, Time Out with J&G. It's every Wednesday. The NFL or the NBA season is starting tomorrow if you're seeing this on Monday, or tonight if you're seeing this on Tuesday. I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about our predictions for the season, so go please check that out. On this video, go down, like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and I cannot do that without you. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.